Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's lecture, we are going to solve one problem on slope deflection method. Okay, so let's directly come to the problem. So problem is that we need to analyze this frame structure, right? So analyzing means basically we need to find what are the internal forces generating on this frame and what are the external reactions generated at the supports. Okay, so let's analyze this problem. So before proceeding to this problem, we need to have an idea of kinematic indeterminacy on these type of structures. Okay, so if you look at the kinematic indeterminacy, why we are calculating the kinematic indeterminacy? Because we need to have some displacement. Okay, in slope deflection method, we write some force displacement relationship. Okay, so displacement we will find at the node points, right? So if you look at in this frame, this frame look like, right? So these are the basically node points at A, B, C and D. So we need to define displacements at this component, at these positions. Okay, we defined displacement and node points, right? So if we look at this, theta is 0 and this delta deflection is 0. Delta deflection can be in horizontal or in vertical. Okay, this is the fixed support, so there will be no displacement. Theta will be 0 and delta will be 0, right? Now let us come to B. At this B point, right? At this B point, it will have some rotation which is, and at C also there will be some rotation theta C, right? These are the rigid joints. That's why the rotation at these two, for these two members will be same. Okay. Now what about other kinematic indeterminacy, or you can say that other deflection? Okay, this point B can deflect in this direction. Let us suppose that it is deflecting by delta amount. Okay, at this point also it will be deflecting by delta amount. Why? Because we have neglected the axial rigidity of this beam BC. Okay, we are neglecting this. The members are basically not neglecting this BC member is considered axially rigid in this horizontal direction. Okay, or you can say that member is considered inextensible, right? If we are considering this thing, then at this point the horizontal displacement will be delta, and this point also the displacement will be delta. Okay, what I meant to say that this frame can sway. Okay, that's why this delta displacement is coming. Okay, because due to this horizontal load, or you can say that due to the symmetry of this structure, symmetry means this structure is not symmetrical about this axis, this can sway, right? So due to this sway, there will be some internal reaction generating on this, what you can say that on this frame structures, right? So we need to take care what are the so we need to take care while designing the members we need to take care of this sway part also. Okay, so guys, now the kinematic indeterminacy of this beam this frame structure is nothing but it is equals to 3. What? Theta B, theta C and delta. Okay, delta is deflection in this horizontal direction, or you can say that this is also known as side sway. Okay, in the lateral direction the stiffness is less, that's why this frame structure is moving in this direction, right? If we have some brace system like this, then there is no chance that it will sway. Okay, then we have increased the stiffness of this structure. Okay, so this member will sway. Now we need to, while solving the problem, analyzing this problem, we need to take care of that sway. Okay, so let us solve this problem. Okay, so before solving this problem, let us first write the equation of the kinematic let us write the equation for the slope deflection method which is available to us. Okay, so the slope deflection equation which is available to us is nothing but MAB equals to M of AB plus 2E, I here is 4I basically, right? L is 10 and this is twice theta A plus theta B. Okay, and this member can sway, so it will deflect like this. Okay, Now to maintain the fixity, as we have discussed while deriving this formula, at this point there will be anticlockwise moment. So for anticlockwise moment, I will write minus of 3 delta over my L. L is nothing but 10. So this is the equation which is available to us for the member AB. Okay. Now here you can see that what are the unknowns over here. Theta is basically 0. So we have here one unknown MFAB, theta B and delta. Okay. MFAB we can calculate. MFAB fixed moment we can calculate for this system. Okay. So you can see that this is basically 6 and this is 4. So here the moment will be anticlockwise and here the moment will be clockwise, right? So we need to find the moment of this fixed moment. Okay. So MFAB will be equals to 100 into 4 square into 6 over my 10 square, right? So this value so this value will be 96 kilonewton. Okay, and the direction is negative. Why negative? Because it is anti-clockwise, right? So if we put this value in this equation, so one equation available to us is MAB equals to minus of 96 plus what you can say that 8 4 by 5 EI theta B minus of you can what will this expression will give the value 2 into 4 into 3 divided by 100 minus of 6 by 25 EI delta. Okay. So this is the first equation we have written. Okay, let us term this equation as A. Okay, now and the value of BA will be 100 into 6 square into 4 over my 10 square. Okay, so this value will be 36 into 4, which is equals to 144 kilonewton meter. Okay. So for MF, if I write the equation for MBA, member at moment at this point BA is nothing but it is equals to MF BA plus 2EI 4I over my 10 twice theta B plus theta A minus of 3 delta by over my 10. So this term is 0 basically, right? So MBA will be equals to 144 plus 16 by 10. So this is 8 by 5 EI theta B minus of 6 by 25 EI delta. Okay, and let us term this equation as B. Okay, so we have unknowns. We have MBA unknown over here, theta B and delta unknowns. Okay, now let us come to this point, this BC member. Let us come to this portion, this BC, right? So when for the BC, MBC will be MFBC plus 2EI is and again 4I over my L is 10. This is twice theta B plus theta C. Okay, and due to this delta, the delta effect won't come here. Okay, for this BC expression. Okay, delta will be 0, right? Because we are not considering the column, we are considering this beam only. Okay, so for beam there is no sway over here, right? So this 3 delta term will be 0. Okay. So if you see over here, now we need to calculate what is the value of MFBC. Okay. So our situation is like this. This is 30 kilonewton per meter UDL, and it is acting on a distance of 10 meter, right? So at this is B and this is C. So at this point there will be anti-clockwise movement, at this point there will be clockwise movement, right? So the value will be, this is 250 and this is plus 250, okay? So if we put this value in this equation, so the value comes out to be minus 250 plus, again this will be 16 divided by 10, this is 8 EI over may 5, right, theta B plus 4 by 5 EI theta C. Okay, so this is the equation for MBC. So let us term this equation as C, right? Now what will be the equation for MCB? It will be nothing but 250 plus this equation 8 by 5 EI theta C plus again 4 by 5 EI theta B. Okay, we can term this equation as D, right? This thing you can also write, right? We just need to put this value of this CB in this equation and we'll get this value. Okay, so for this equation, for the when we are writing MCB, so here the equation will be twice of theta C plus theta B. Okay, I'm not writing that thing, right? Now let us come to this member CD portion. Okay, so at the CD the condition is looking like this. We need to consider here the delta term. Okay, right? So for this equation, for what you can say that for MCD, okay, the equation will be MFCD plus 2EI over L is 5 meter twice 2 theta C plus theta D, and what will be the direction of this moment, moment due to sway? If this is swaying like this, so to maintain the fixity at this point, there will be having anti-clockwise movement, and here also anti-clockwise movement. So it will be nothing but 3 into delta over may L. L is what? 5, right? So what is the value of this MFCD? This load is acting at this point 50 kilonewton, and here this distance is 2 meter, this is 3, right? So due to this, here it is clockwise and here it is anti-clockwise. Okay, so MFCD will be equals to 50 into 2 square into 3 divided by 5 square. So this value is minus 24, and MFDC is 50 into 3 square into 2 divided by 5 square. So this value is 36 kilonewton. Okay, kilonewton meter. So if we put this value in this equation, this will be minus 24 plus 4. This is 4 by 5 EI theta C plus 2 EI theta D will be, this is 0, right? So this will be minus of 6 delta, minus of 6 EI delta over my 25, right? So this is the equation for MCD. Okay. Similarly, we can write the equation for MDC. Okay, so MDC will be nothing but it will be equals to MDC, friction moment we have already calculated. So this will be 36 plus 2 EI over 5 theta D plus theta C minus of 3 delta by L. L is 5 meter. So this term is all 0. So I can write this as MDC is equals to 36 plus 2 by 5 EI theta C and minus of 6 by 25 EI delta. Okay. So this is the equation for MDC. Okay. So let us write this equation at this point, at this place, because we need some space to solve this problem. So this is the MDC. MCD is minus of 24 plus 4 by 5 EI theta C minus of 6 by 25 EI delta. Okay. This is MAB equals to minus of 96 plus 4 by 5 EI theta B minus of 6 by 25 EI delta, right? So I can remove this thing. Now MBA is 144 plus 8 by 5 EI theta B minus of 6 by 25 EI delta. Okay, so this is the value of MBA. Now what is remaining? MDC, MCD is complete. MDC is okay, MDC, MCD, MCB is remaining. Okay, so MCB we can write 250 plus 8 over में 5 EI theta C plus 4 by 5 EI theta B. Okay, so this is the value of MCB. Now the value of MBC. MBC will be minus of 250 plus 8 over में 5 EI theta B plus 4 by 5 EI theta C. Okay, so this is the value, this is the end moment equation, end moment equation, and this is the equation for end moments we have written over here. Okay, these are also terms as force displacement relationship. Force displacement relationship. Why? Because we are writing displacement in terms of force. Okay, so this is basically the force displacement equation which we have already studied. Okay, so now if you see this problem, I need to write some equations for this joint. Okay, I need to have some equation for corresponding to these theta values, right? So at B, I'm considering the rotation theta B. At this joint, at B joint, I'm considering the rotation theta B. Okay, so corresponding to theta, I need to have moment equilibrium equation. Okay, at this B point. Okay, so if we look into the free body, I'm assuming that this MBA is acting like this. Okay, clockwise. So anti-clockwise moment will be MBA. Similarly, here I'm assuming MBC is acting clockwise. So anti-clockwise will be MBC. Okay. So for equilibrium of joint B, for equilibrium of joint B, I can write MBA plus MBC equals to 0. Okay, right? So this is the first equation I'm getting by considering the equilibrium of joint B. Okay, right? Now for solving this, for finding the value of theta B, delta and theta C, I need, this is the first equation. This is the first equation I will get. Okay, by putting the value in this joint equilibrium of B. Okay, moment for this, and corresponding to theta there is moment. Okay, that's why we wrote MBA plus MBC equals to 0, right? Now if you look into this C joint, equilibrium of joint C. So at joint C, this is the free body diagram will look like this. At this point we are assuming this is MCB, so anticlockwise will be MCB, and here we are assuming that this is MCD, so again anticlockwise will be MCD, right? So equilibrium of joint, if we consider, I can write MCB plus MCD equals to 0. So this will give me the second equation. Okay. Now we have basically we are having three unknowns, okay, but we are only having two equations. So where to get our third equation, from where we can get our third equation, that we will see later. After, first we'll put the value of MBA plus MBC in this equations, okay, and get the desired equation which we needed, right? So if we put this value of MBA is nothing but it is minus 144 plus 8 by 5 EI theta B minus of 6 over में 25 EI delta, right? And this plus the MBC. MBC is minus of 250 plus 8 by 5 EI theta B plus 4 by 5 EI theta C will be equals to 0. Okay, you need to solve this equation very carefully because a small mistake can destroy your answer, okay? So I can write here minus of this is 106, okay, so 8 by 5 plus 8 by 5, this will be equals to 16 by 5 EI theta B plus 4 by 5 EI theta C, right, and minus of 6 by 25 EI delta is equals to 106. Okay, so this is the desired equation and this is equation number 1. So I can write this equation 16 by 5 EI theta B plus 4 by 5 EI theta C minus of 6 EI delta over med 25 equals to 106, and let us give this equation number 1. Okay, this is equation number 1. Now for the equation number 2, I can use this thing MCB plus MCD equals to 0, which we have already discussed. Okay, so now let us put the value in this equation. Okay, if you put this value in this equation, what is the value of MCB? MCB is nothing but the value is 250 plus 8 by 5 EI theta C plus 4 by 5 EI theta B. Okay, and what is the value of MCD? MCD is minus of 24 plus 4 by 5 EI theta C minus of 6 by 25 EI delta, and this should be equals to 0. Okay, so I can write this equation 8 by theta C and theta C. This is nothing but 4 by 5 EI theta B plus 12 over में 5 EI theta C minus of 6 by 25 EI delta, and this should be equals to minus 226, right? So one more equation I'm getting over here is that 4 by 5 EI theta B plus 12 by 5 EI theta C minus of 6 by 25 EI delta equals to minus of 226. This is equation number 2. Okay guys, so what we did over here, we just put the value of MCB and MCD in this equation. Okay, MCB is this one, and MCD is this one. Okay, so this is okay. Now we need to have third equation, okay, which is a very, very important thing. So now let us come to that thing. Here you can see that what we did, okay, corresponding to each displacement we write equilibrium equation, right? For theta B, what we did over here at this joint, we write summation m0. Okay, here also we write summation mc0. Okay, now our next displacement is basically delta. Okay, I'm not showing any theta. Our displacement, our next displacement, what you can say that displacement is basically theta. So we need to form the equilibrium equation corresponding to this delta. Okay. Right. So now what we will do is that let us first break this joint like this. This is the situation. Okay. Now I'm saying that this point is moving by delta amount. Okay. And this joint is also moving by delta amount. Okay. So corresponding to the theta, what we did over there, we consider the equilibrium of joint in terms of moment, equilibrium of joints in terms of moment, or you can say that summation m at this point should be 0. Okay. Now for this horizontal displacement, I will be having this equation like summation h will be 0 for this joint and summation h will be 0 for this joint corresponding to this delta. Okay, right? What I meant by that, if this displacement is in this direction, we need to consider the force in that direction only, the equilibrium of force in that direction only. Okay, right? So now let us come to that thing, how to write the equilibrium equation for this portion. Okay, this is the basically what you can say that the free body diagram will show how the forces are generating on this beam. Okay, so we'll draw the free body diagram first, okay, and write the equation for each joint, which is summation h equals to 0, and here also summation h equals to 0. This is basically B and this is basically C, right? Why horizontal force? Because we are considering delta over here, and delta is in horizontal direction. That's why we are taking summation h equals to 0. Okay. So now let us come to this thing. Here you can see that 100 kilonewton load is acting at this point. This distance is 6 and this is 4. And this point, this is 50 kilonewton load. Okay. And at this D point, okay, this is D point, this is 3 and this is 2. Okay. Now let us show the end moments. n moments we have assumed that it is acting clockwise. Okay, so here will be m of AB. At this point there will be what you can say m of BA, right? Okay, I'm not taking load from this position. Why? Because it won't result in any horizontal reaction. Okay, so now at this point also there will be one end moments which is MCD, and here also one end moment MDC. Okay, and even if you show this load, okay, there will be only vertical reactions. Okay, but we need to write equilibrium equation in terms of equilibrium equation in horizontal direction. Okay, so due to this load there won't be any horizontal, what you can say that horizontal reaction generating. Okay, because these are vertical loads, right? So that's why I'm not showing the loads at this point, right? And at this point you can see that there is a load of 80 kilonewton, right? Now let us come to this problem. Okay, so due to this is the very important thing which we are discussing now, right? So if this is the 100 kilonewton load acting at this point, okay, so due to this 100 kilonewton load there is a reaction generated at this point to balance this 100 kilonewton load, and the value of reaction will be, this is 4, this is 6, so this is 100 into 4 divided by 10. So at this point the reaction will be 40 kilonewton, and this point the reaction will be 60 kilonewton. There should be no doubt on that. Okay, so what I can say that at this point there will be some reaction, or you can say that this end, and the value is 60 kilonewton. Similarly at this point the value is 40 kilonewton load, and how this value of coming we have discussed over here, right? Now this is what we did, the equilibrium of forces in horizontal direction for this portion, right? But we need to have some moment equilibrium also, right? So if this is MBA and this is MAB, so the net moment is basically clockwise moment. Okay, so to balance this clockwise moment I will be having one anti-clockwise moment. Okay, and let us suppose these reactions are basically what you can say that VH, let us suppose VH. Okay, so and this distance is basically, this is 10, which is already given. So I can write MBA plus M of AB equals to upon my 10 equals to VH. Okay, and this will be equal to this. Okay, so at this point also, at this point I will be having one more force, and the value of which is equals to MBA plus MAB over my 10, right? Okay, now let us come to this at this point. So to balance this 50 kilonewton load, there will be having a load of, one load will act here and one load will act here. Okay guys, so for this value will be again 20 kilonewton and this value will be 30. You can find from the equation of statics, right? This is the case. To balance this 50 kilonewton load, there will be a 120 kilo load acting at this end and this end, right? This is C and this is D point basically. Now, what about this, again, this moment which is acting like this, MCD and again MDC. So same concept here, we need to have some anti-clockwise couple to balance this couple. So at this point there will be one reaction, at this point there will be one reaction. Okay guys, so again the value of this force will be, okay, I will write here mcd divided by 5. Okay, why? Because this value mcd plus mdc divided by 5 equals to this reaction at D. Okay, this horizontal reaction at D, and this will be equal to this, right? Okay, so this, at this point there is some what you can say that horizontal reaction generating, which is equals to mcd plus mdc by 5. Okay, this is okay. This thing should be very, very clear. Now the important part comes. Same force 60 kilonewton will act in this direction. Okay, and one more force which is equals to mba plus mab divided by 10. Okay, this value, but it will be in opposite direction. Okay, for this I'm just showing like this. If we cut some member over here, this is basically shear force now, so this is, we are showing like this. Okay, right? Okay, so here 20 kilonewton will act like this. Okay, and at this point the force will be mcd plus mdc over 5. Okay, now if you consider this thing, this C point, C joint, okay, we cut it over here, right? Now you can see that one force is mcd plus mdc over 5. Okay, one force is basically 20 kilonewton. Okay, right? There will be one force, what you can say that to balance this force, there will be, let us suppose, one force which is acting like this, and let us term this as a fx on this joint. Okay, right? This is basically C. At this point, the force will look like this. The force, or I can say opposite of this force will act on this member, this horizontal member, okay, this member, and let us suppose that is fx. Okay, to balance this, there will be one fx, okay, which is acting here, and again one force will act on this joint. Okay, if this is your B joint, so one force this is fx, this is, we have already derived 60 plus MBA plus MAB over में 10, okay, and this is 80 kilonewton, right? So fx we can calculate like this. Fx is equals to 20 minus of MCD plus MDC over में 5. Okay guys, so this we got from equilibrium of joint C in horizontal direction. Okay, now if we come to this joint B, I can write this equation $80 plus 60 plus MBA plus MAB over में 10 equals to, and what is the value of fx? Fx value is nothing but this is 20 minus of MCD plus MDC over में 5. Okay, so if you solve this thing, you will be getting the value MBA plus MAB over में 10 plus MCD plus MDC over में 5 equals to minus of 120, right? So this is our equation number 3rd. Okay, in the books what we will do, they will simply cut the section over here, okay, like this, and they will simply write the shear equation for this portion. Okay, but here I want to tell you that how this, because while deriving the equation for the moment, we were writing the equation for the particular joint. Okay, so that's why I want to show that how these forces are basically transferred and how we write this what you can say that horizontal equilibrium equation at the joints. Okay, this is the way you can actually write the equation. Means this is the way you write the equation. But in the books, what they combine all those things. Okay, they will write the equilibrium equation for this part. Suppose here the 20 kilonewton load will be acting here, and there will be some reactions generating. Okay, but we wrote it for the particular joint. Okay, you will also get the same value from that there also. Okay, no need to worry about that, right? So this is the way you write the equation for or this is also known as the shear equilibrium equation, right? This is also termed as the shear equilibrium equation. Okay, now what we will do, we will put the value of this MBA on this equation and get the value, right? So what is the value of MBA? MBA value is, where is MBA? Okay, MBA value is 144 plus 8 over में 5 EI theta B minus of 6 over में 25 EI delta. Okay, and what is the value of MAB? MAB is minus of 96 plus 4 by 5 EI theta B minus of 6 by 25 EI delta. Okay, so this is divided by 10. This is first part, right? So if you solve this equation, this will be 144 minus of 96. This is 48 plus this term will add, so I can write 12 EI over में 5 theta b minus of, this is again 12 EI delta over में 25 and divide by 10. So if you solve again this thing, it will be 4.8 plus 50 and 6 divided by 25 EI theta b minus of 6 over में 125 EI delta. Okay, so this is the value we are getting from MBA plus MAB over में 10 plus now what is the value of MCD? MCD value is minus 24 plus 4 over में 5 EI theta c minus of 6 by 25 EI delta, right? And plus MDC. MDC is nothing but 36 plus 2 over में 5 EI theta c minus 6 over में 25 EI delta, right? So if you solve this thing, this will be 36 minus of 24 will be equals to 12. MDC is 36 minus of 24 MCD, right? So this is 12 plus this term will become 4 by 5 and this is minus 24 4 by 5 and this is MDC is nothing but 2 over में 5, right? So this I can write 6 over में 5 EI theta c, right? And I can write this 12 over में 25 EI delta. Okay, and if I divide by 5, so the value comes out to be 2.4 plus 6 by 25 EI theta c minus 12 over में 125 EI delta. So this is the value, and these two equations will add each other. Okay, so the final equation I can write 6 over में 25 EI theta b plus 6 EI theta c over में 25 minus of 18 EI delta over में 125 equals to minus 120 minus 4.8 minus of 2.4. Okay, so this value is minus of 127.2. This is equation number 3. Okay guys, so now we are having the 3 important equations. Okay, with the help of this equation we can find the value of theta b, theta c and delta. Okay, so now let us find the value of theta b, theta c and delta. We'll use the calculator over here. So if we put the value in this, a is nothing but 16 divided by 5, b is 4 divided by 5 and c is minus 6 divided by 25, d is 106, a is 4 divided by 5, b is 12 divided by 5, this is minus 6 divided by 25, this is equals to minus 2 to 6, and again a is equals to 6 divided by 25, b is 6 divided by 25, this is minus 18 divided by 125, and d is minus 127.2. So guys, you can see over here the value of theta b is coming out to be 117.94 over me EI, and the value of theta c is nothing but 30.58 over me EI with negative sign, and the value of delta will is equals to 1028.92 over me EI. Okay, so this is basically anti-clockwise rotation, this is clockwise, and this is as per the direction which we have assumed that the sway is from left to right. Okay, so this is the value of theta A and theta B we are getting. Okay, now what we need to do, simple. Now the task is very simple. We need to put this displacement value in this equation and get the value of end moments. Okay, so guys, that part we will see in the next lecture. Okay guys.